Hello, uh, good morning, wherever you are, a good afternoon, and good evening. I don't know what time has this lecture has reached you. I don't know whether it is morning or afternoon or evening, but I just hope you are doing fine. Yeah, I'm doing well here. So today, guys, I'm going to take you on the introduction of our integrated HIV/AIDS management. By the way, I only have 15 minutes to have class with you guys because I'm running out of time. I'm supposed to report for work. Yeah, so like I've said, I'm taking you on the introduction of integrated HIV/AIDS management, or I'd rather say HIV and AIDS management. Yeah, so those that are doing this course, it's a 3 months course, and the way it goes is like this: 1 month is for theory, then 2 months is for practicals, where you go and do the attachment to the clinics or hospitals of your choice. Yeah, by the way, I haven't introduced myself, but I think some of you, once you hear my voice, you'll be able to tell that, okay, I'm now talking to Dr. Courage. Yeah, so this is Dr. Courage, who is taking you this course in HIV and AIDS management. So, not to waste much of the time, like I've said, this is just an introduction. Let's get inside. This is the virus, guys. The same virus that we'll be talking over and over. Then these are red blood cells. Yeah, lecture can start even from here, or can even start firing the questions. By the way, you guys, you are from the Supreme Institutes of Applied Sciences and Technology. You must have more knowledge, more especially when you understand the word Supreme, what it stands in higher education. Yeah, anyway, I like asking questions, but not now, because I want you to start like, what is the function of red blood cells? Now you can get scared, like, hey, it's just the beginning. Oh, okay, let's get inside, guys. So here, this is just the thing. You shouldn't even what you. It's nothing much. The introduction is here. It's where we are looking at, where we are going. That's where the introduction is. So let's scroll up or down. Yeah. So here is where the work is. As we begin, start with the definition. What is HIV? What is HIV? So HIV is just an abbreviation. HIV. So H, it stands for human, then I, immunodeficiency, V stand for virus. That's what it means, this word, HIV. So human immunodeficiency virus, human immunodeficiency virus. That's what it means. Then under HIV. So H, it infects only human beings. It infects only human beings, meaning this is just the virus for human beings. Yeah. Then we talk of I here, I, immunodeficiency virus. This one, it weakens the immune system. The immune system becomes weak, and once the immune system becomes weak, it increases the risk of infection. Once the immune system of a human body, doesn't matter whether you are a boss at work, you have a lot of money, you are a gymnastic, you are a footballer, but for as long as your immune system has become weak, then it will become compromised. And once it is compromised, you stand a chance, or you are at higher risk of infections or prone to many diseases. So that's the disadvantage of when the immune system is low. Yeah, so we'll go on V. Yeah, V, virus. So virus, it attacks the body and finally kills the body's immune system. It attacks the body and finally kills the body's immune system. So like the first page there, where the first screen I talked about the virus. This is the virus, guys. Yeah, this is the virus, and these are red blood cells. Yeah, so I asked the question at first, say, okay, what is the function of red blood cells? So you should know the function of red blood cells and white blood cells. These things you should know them, the functions. But don't worry, it's not even a big deal. I think some of you have the knowledge of grade 12 in biology. Yeah. Okay, so let's scroll up. Running out of time. So we're still under HIV. What is HIV? So we have a grouping here. We have a grouping where group lentivirus. Don't worry, we explain this. The lentivirus, then subgroup retroviruses. Retroviruses. So all viruses except retroviruses contain DNA. What is a DNA? Stand for? So deoxynucleic acid. That's what it stands. DNA. Then there's RNA. Ribonucleic acid, then deoxynucleic acid. That's what these terms stand for. So there is DNA. Then there is RNA. You should understand these terms or terminologies. Yeah. So other lentiviruses include CIV, FIV, then VISNA, and CAEV, which cause diseases in monkeys, cats, and sheep. Yeah, which cause diseases in monkeys, cats, sheep, and goats. Yeah, so we'll be explaining. Don't worry, this is just an introduction how this virus. So this one for lentiviruses, and this mostly affects the monkeys, cats, sheep, and goats. So as we go further, here is the human immunodeficiency virus here. Yeah, so human immunodeficiency virus is a type of virus that specifically targets white blood cells called helper T cells, yeah, or CD4 cells, by killing more and more of these cells. The body's immune defense are weakened and eventually compromised. Now repeat, the human immunodeficiency virus or HIV is a type of virus that specifically targets white blood cells called helper T cells or CD4 cells by killing more and more of these cells. The body's immune defenses are weakened, so the body defenses, they become weak and eventually compromised. It's already underlined here. Yeah, so there is ongoing damage to immune defense cells. As this happens, the body becomes increasingly less able to fight off infections. When this happens, a person is said to be, so let me scroll it a bit. I am not able to see it. Yes. So when this happens, a person is said to have acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So that's it. So AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That's what AIDS stands for, after the body has been compromised. So in short, from the HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, once the body has become weak, meaning the white blood cells that fight against the infections in the human body. That's the function of white blood cells, those that you don't know. So the function of white blood cells is to fight against the diseases in the body. Then the function of red blood cells is transport oxygen through the all parts of the body. That's the function of red blood cells, is to transport oxygen to all parts of the body. Then the function of white blood cells is to fight against the diseases. So once the white blood cells has become weak or have been killed, meaning the body will have the weak immune system and become very compromised. As a result, meaning a lot of diseases will come in now, because the white blood cells are no more fighting the diseases, and which will lead now to AIDS, the one we call AIDS, which is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So let's scroll, go on the next here, where it says human immunodeficiency virus is a type of the virus that, okay, here we have already talked about that. It's just that the page has continued. We are here where I said when this happens, a person is said to have acquired immune syndrome. That's where we stopped. So we'll just continue from where we ended. So here's the continuation, where it says human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, is a virus that can be transmitted from someone with HIV to someone without through body fluids like semen. Oh, sorry, I can't see the full screen. I can see the full screen. I don't know why, but I'll try by all means. Here, there is something that is still doing on the screen, more special to these slides. So the body fluids like semen, blood, vagina secreting, and breast milk. I don't know if that's what is there, because I'm unable to see the full screen. So I'll repeat again this sentence. Human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV rather, is a virus that can be transmitted from someone with HIV to someone without through body fluids like semen, blood, vagina secreting, and breast milk. I don't know if that's a correct pronunciation, because I'm unable to see the full screen. So that's what how can this virus be transmitted. So scroll here where it says HIV structure. So HIV structure is the HIV enclosed with code viral envelope. So I need to explain this once we go into detail. Then this envelope possess lead spikes around 72 in numbers. These spikes here, I'm explaining this box. So these spikes are made of proteins GP1 120 and GP41. Yeah. Then below the envelope, a layer is present called matrix, made of protein P17 matrix proteins. Below the matrix, another layer of protein P24 forming viral core, capsid, and usually bread shape. So it's just the explanation of this diagram here that you are seeing. Sure. So where are we? Then inside the core, 3 types of enzymes are present, which are required for HIV replication, called reverse transcriptase, integrase, and proteins. Yeah, so inside the core here, inside here, that's what you're talking about. Inside the core, 3 types of enzymes are present, which are required for HIV replication. So these enzymes, once are formed, are the ones that they multiply HIV virus in the human body. Are we together? Yes. And what are these same ones that we are talking about? So we have integrase. This one, it's here, P32. Integrase is a type of enzyme that multiply the virus in the human body. Then we have what we call transcriptase. This one, reverse transcriptase. It is also an enzyme that multiply the virus in the human body. Then we have also protease here. Protease. You have protease, which also an enzyme, same as this one, it's a protease that also multiply the virus in the human body. What I was talking about. So here, where you are seeing there's something like the links here. It's where you're saying RNA. Yes, this is the RNA. So in short, all this was just the explanation of how the HIV is being multiplied. So it's being multiplied by the 3 enzymes. So what is an enzyme first? If I can take you to grade 12. So an enzyme, it is what is the function of an enzyme? It is the catalyst that speed up a chemical reaction. It is a catalyst that speed up a chemical reaction. So can you imagine you have these 3 strong enzymes? So if you have these strong enzymes, meaning the virus, it will multiply in an imaginable period of time. So that's the reason why you should always test for HIV in order to start getting the treatment as soon as possible. Because if you delays and these enzymes keep on multiplying, it means your white blood cells, they won't stay longer to fight against diseases, because the number of the white blood cells compared to the number of the enzymes that are being multiplied, the white blood cells, they will be lesser compared to the enzymes that are being multiplied. As a result, the white blood cells, they won't be able to fight in as much as they are low compared to the virus that are being multiplied day by day. Yeah, so that's what the whole this table was talking about. So inside the core, HIV genomes are present. Let me see the screen. I'm unable to sit down. Let me try. Yeah, maybe I can be able to see. Yeah, my interest is here. So inside there, here, let me mark. Inside the core, HIV genomes are present, which consist of two identical copies of SS, here, mark there, ssRNA, ribonucleic acid, ssRNA. So inside the core, HIV genomes are present, which consist of two identical copies of ribonucleic acid. So like they have multiplied, meaning they will have genomes of two identical copies. That's what they do actually. So not to waste much of the time, I think you have a little bit understood this diagram, of which I need to find time to explain more here once we go into details. Yeah, so let's scroll again. So here we have here we have where it says where it came from, where it came from. So where does this virus came from? So in 1999, somewhere like that, was found that chimpanzees virus, that is a monkey, I guess. Yeah, in 1999 or in 199, I don't know what they are trying to say, but that is the year. Yeah, in 1999 was found that chimpanzees virus, CIV, simian immunodeficiency virus, simian immunodeficiency virus, almost identical to HIV. Yeah, so this is just the history of where this virus came from. So chimpanzee were the source of HIV-1. Chimpanzee were the source of HIV virus 1 from chimps to human. So from chimpanzee to human. Yeah, from chimps. So you call someone the name was chimps. Yeah, it's crazy. So from chimps to human. So this virus, it came from a monkey to a wild animal, then it transmitted to a human. From chimpanzee, where the source of HIV type 1, from chimps to human. Then more research how SIV could have developed in the chimps. More research how SIV could have developed in the chimps. So this is the explanation or the history on how this virus came about or where it came from. So let's scroll. So chimps, let me do this, sorry, pardon, the screen is get full fast, of which I cannot able to see. There are some things that are on the screen which they disturb my view. So chimps had hunted and eaten two smaller species of monkeys and became infected with two different strains of SIV. So that's how we start now to develop. So chimpanzee had hunted and eaten two smaller species of monkeys and became infected with two different strains of SIV. So here is for what is there is a greater spot-nosed monkey. Yeah, so here greater spot-nosed monkey. Then there is lady capped magpies. Then there is chimp hunting. Yeah, Mr. Chimpanzee here. Chimp hunting. So after they hunted two smaller species of monkeys and became infected, two different strains. So there's this one, these are the ones that are talking about. After hunting here, one, they hunt, then there's lady kept here. That's why they're talking about magpies, then nosed here, monkey. So that's how it's start developing. So let's scroll. We have, how did virus cross? You can't see the full screen, Jesus, sorry. Okay, yeah. So how did virus cross from chimps to human? How did virus cross from chimps to human? So simple, um, simple and plausible theory, hunter theory. So it's hunter theory or bushmeat theory. So simple and plausible theory or hunter theory or bushmeat theory. So mostly, in short, what they are trying to say here is this. What's this? Where they say, how does how did this virus cross from chimps to human? So it crosses by these people. They were hunting. As you see this picture, it's showing that there are people here that were hunting these animals or wild animals, monkeys or chimps. So as you can see here, they carried the chimps here. Yeah, it's a picture. So people, they are hunting from the same bushmeat. So that's where they got the infection from. After hunting these monkeys, they go and have a blight. At the end, they have infected with HIV virus without them knowing. So that's what this is trying to say. How did virus cross from chimps to human? So they were hunting, and in the process of hunting, they apply. Eating is tasty and delicious. We all love eating. So that's where they got this infection. So blood of chimps getting into cuts or wounds on the human hunter, meaning just the blood of these chimps getting into cuts. If you have a cut, it can be either a wound. Then if the wound is fresh, then the blood of chimps have access to enter in the human body and get infected. So that's what this point means, meaning we have two: one, through a bushmeat theory, then number two, blood of chimps getting into cuts or wounds. If you have a cut or a wound, then you can have what infected, or that's how they got infected. That's what they are trying to explain. These are 2 points. I hope I have understood. Yeah, so here's just the picture that was trying to explain. I don't know, in the process here among these guys, someone had a cut as they were hunting. Then the blood of sheep have to get into the cuts or the fresh wound and get infected. Others through eating the same meat. Sure. So let's screw up. Yeah. So did HIV start in Africa? Did HIV start in Africa? So researchers concluded that the first transmission of CIV to HIV. So this one, CIV, was from animal to HIV in human now, not from chimpanzee, no. So the researchers concluded that the first transmission of CIV to HIV in human took place around 1920. Yeah, century, so 20 years now gone. So 1920 in Kinshasa, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Central Africa. That's where the HIV/AIDS began in Africa. Yeah, so that's where the HIV began in Africa. Although we have different journals, others they will mention other countries, but mostly that's where history knows that HIV virus came from start from Democratic Republic of Congo, Central Africa. That's where this question comes. Did HIV start in Africa? Yeah. So take note of this. We might ask, which country did the HIV start in Africa? So you all know that it's Democratic Republic of Congo. Or according to the history, how does the CIV transmitted from CIV to HIV supposed to explain, and how does this virus, like here where we said, how did virus cross from chimps to human, must explain through hunting theory or blood of chimps getting into a cut or wound. Or those are the answers that should be explaining as you'll be asking questions. Yeah, so let's go. Yeah, so here, how the virus came out of Kinshasa. And then it came out through sex trade, migration. Yeah, so it came through sex trade or migration. That's how this virus came out of Kinshasa. You go that side, you get the sex worker, you have a deal, then you have the infection, and by then the issue of protection was not that much well educated. Again, through migration, that's how this virus came out of Kinshasa to spread in other parts of Democratic Republic of Congo, and coming down to the Central Africa until here in Zambia. So now, guys, I told you that I only had I was supposed to have 15 minutes with you, but now this is almost 32 minutes ago. I'm having a lecture with you, which is just okay. So I think for now the class will dismiss. We'll meet next time. So stay blessed, and make sure that you have understand the whole concept of this introduction of integrated HIV and AIDS management. And where you are not clear, please find time to ask the questions. Once I'll find time, answer your questions in the group, and don't worry, the notes will be also sent to you guys for well guided and for your guidance and easy understanding as you are studying on your own. Yeah, so see you in the next lecture. Bye bye, stay blessed once more, love you.